Shut up and sit down.
The Doug and Joe Show. Our 2 cents.
That you didn't even ask for.
They didn't ask? Should we keep going? The show about nothing and everything all at once.
This episode of the Doug and Joe Show sponsored by Blockbuster Vid.
And Red Tooth Outdoors. Yeah, we're kind of big time now, getting sponsored like.
Blockbuster Vid? What is Blockbuster Vid, Joe?
Not to be confused with Blockbuster LLC, or the original Blockbuster Video that we all know and love and miss.
And long gone.
Do you remember those days where Friday night was lit and you just go to the movie
Go get a
store?
Domino's pizza and go
Yeah.
get a couple movies and a couple of games for the kids.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was like the night. They're all in, like, you could let them wild in the store because you knew it was safe. We felt good. And then, you know.
Those were the days.
I used to work for them, by the way, Blockbuster.
So?
I dusted shelves for 3 months. It was terrible. But I was excited to start a real job.
Did you get to rent any movie you wanted for free?
I did. Before anybody could.
Well.
It was pretty sweet that way. And when I quit, my mother was quite disappointed for that reason alone. But BlockbusterVid.com is kind of an indie Netflix owned by 2 good-looking guys. At least one, anyway. And they're good folks, man.
And then there's Joe.
And then there's Joe. So we do own it. It's super cheap. It's $1.99 US a month, and you get access to unlimited movies and TV. There's no upsells. There's no nothing. Once you have the $1.99 paid for, you are set.
Mostly independent movies and documentaries,
or some that are open
and
to the public. You know, they're older movies
that you have not seen in a long time.
Yes, but really good ones. And
so go to www.
BlockbusterVid.com
and sign up and look for your email for the code.
And if you don't get the email, let us know. We'll get you taken care of. But here's the thing. So check the email, get your code in. It won't ask you for your credit card details until you log in. And then when you log in, you'll select your plan. Now, for the $1.99 a month, the 1 year, the 2 year, and I think the 3 year, and basically, the longer you sign up for, the more money you save.
Sounds like a deal.
But we're not, that's our sponsor. That's what pays the bills here. We would like to actually give you today our top 5, 10 in total, Blockbuster Video movies, or vid, sued, Blockbuster Vid movies that we recommend.
Joe said that, not me. Okay, I'm going to go first.
Thanks for having my back there, Doug.
Yes, absolutely. Running from your back.
So you're going first.
Nope, yep.
Nope, yep.
So listen, out of all the categories, So, all the categories, there's lots of categories.
Oh, yeah, action.
So, in no particular order, my first one is out of the fantasy genre.
Ooh.
Or genre.
Genre?
Might be a French
Are
thing,
you a fancy pants, dog? Are you a fancy pants? No.
The Ash Lad, The Search of the Golden Castle. Fantasy.
Absolutely.
It's about when the king and the queen are poisoned, brothers Purr and Pal are arrested as suspects. Younger brother Epstein.
Highly sus.
Epstein?
Epstein.
No.
Oh.
Espen, the Ash Lad, and Princess, oh my gosh, what her name? They set out on a quest to find the mythical Mora Castle, which is said to be built of pure gold and contain the water of life, which can cure their parents.
Cures are good.
It's kind of like an animation type of fantasy. Good movie.
Yeah.
Good fun movie for the kids.
Oh yeah, even the big kids at heart.
That's one. I think it's a 4-star on Blockbuster Vid.
Ooh, people are liking it. Well, let me get to the 5 stars because I pick really good movies. You can just ask my buddy Cody; he'll say no.
You can't pick your own movie. Hey, no, this is
Hey, this is our show, Millie. You be quiet in the background.
this is not Gone with the Dogs or A Dog's Life or anything like
No,
that.
Millie, we're on live air here. Come on now. Well, my pick number 1 is in the action genre. That was my ninja. It's from a good friend of mine. He is Tim Scanlon. He is
And just how good of a friend is he?
more of an acquaintance, but he's a cool guy. He's a cool guy.
From L.A.
From LA, exactly.
Stuntman.
He was originally a stuntman.
Am I stealing all your thunder?
No,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
glad you have this knowledge.
I don't know who this guy is. I'm just
Are you
making
just
it up
making
as we
stuff
go.
up? Why are you so accurate, though?
He's a Hollywood dude.
He is a Hollywood dude. But he has come up with a movie back in the day called Big City Nights. Los Angeles is under
COVID.
attack. What? COVID? Los Angeles is under attack. Disgruntled ex-government employee Danks Booth is bombing government buildings around the country to avenge injustices against him.
Can you read mine next time too? Go ahead. Sorry.
I am the voice. Set in the mid-90s Hollywood, Maverick City Marshal Jack Dalton, recently reassigned to Los Angeles City, Marshal's division, due to their lack of appreciation for his impenetrable nature, recognizes the destruction as Danks' handiwork, but he's not the only one interested in Danks. Bounty hunter, Nathan Steele has orders to drag Danks back to New York City. Working from opposite ends by the law, Dalton and Steele run, drive, and fight. At times, even each other, to meet the mettle to capture this maniacal domestic terrorist. It's classic 90s action flicks, led by DVR roster. Then program in Big City Nights. Oh, yeah!
I actually watched that one. It was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
It was.
Yeah, good old thing.
Not bad for a stuntman.
Not bad for a stuntman, Mr. Scanlon.
All
Your
righty.
turn. Your turn.
Do I have to do the funny voices? Because it ain't going to work.
I think you should try.
I'm going to the
Our
documentary.
listeners beg you to try.
Screw them.
Ah!
I'm going. Oh. Never mind. I'm going to the documentary area here.
Docs are good though, and they're gaining population, I must say.
Population? Like
Pop-
more people are making them, or there are more of them out there, or just like there's
Both.
more people
there's
in
more
them?
watching, and there's more of them out there.
Okay, so
I meant popularity, not population.
Killer Legends.
Killer
It's basically they touch upon all the scariest urban legends and modern day folklore. You know, the campfire tales of axe wielding boogeymen, haunted metal institutions. You know, witches in the woods, and all your favorite horror storylines. So it's a good doc for Halloween, and if you like all that spooky stuff.
All right, the next one I'm a little biased on, Doug.
Yeah, I told you can't pick your own.
Too bad, I'm doing it.
Okay, go.
Doug directed, starred, and produced this film. I was the writer
Yeah, I don't
Slash
think I did all
editor.
that, but okay.
and I was co-star. Very,
hot in
very
here.
co-star. It is very hot in here. Co-star of Unnatural Apocalypse, based in somewhat present time. There's a company out there called
Sedesso?
Monsanto's. We had to change the name for obvious suing reasons, just like I'm getting sued for the whole earlier. We had to change the name to Sedesso, but basically, this one corporation has greed, and they basically take over all the world's seeds, but their seeds are terrible. They're GMOs, genetically modified organics, I guess is the GMO stand. And basically they kill all the world food crops, and it's this one guy, that damn Rypar. It's all that Rypar's fault. And basically, the world ends, and there's two brothers, Doug and Joe Anderson, that basically try to survive the world and each other. And it's pretty good. People really like it. They think it's weird that a fat guy is still fat in the apocalypse, but we're also doing a director's cut on that. So that is my second favorite.
They also think that if cannibalism ever comes into the park,
You're set.
Doug will be fed for a long time.
You will be fed for a long, long time. All right.
Okay,
what's your
well,
number
this
two?
one kind of touches on. It's kind of can relate to what the hell's going on right now in the world and stuff. Amerigeddon,
Amerigeddon.
a fictional depiction of a future wherein a globalist terrorist organization aligned with the United Nations to disable the United States power grid and institutes martial law. And in Canada, they do that too, by the way. It'll take a dedicated family of patriots armed with strong survival skills and the remains of the Second Amendment to save America and reclaim its freedom. This was, it's got some
Alex
popular,
Jones.
some popular
Infowars.com.
Yeah,
No
conspiracy
sponsor.
theory
If
type.
you want a
people in
sponsor,
it.
let us know.
So yeah, it kind of touches on stuff that may or may not be happening right now.
Indeed.
So it's cool. It's a good fictional story.
Yeah. Fictional?
Some say it could have been
truth to it.
projecting the future.
Oh.
Or predicting the future.
All right, I'm cheating because, well, I can.
It's in the action adventure.
It is in the action adventure. I'm going to go over to the horror genre. Suspense sort of thing. No, I think it's suspense, yeah. But I'm going to cheat because there's a part 1 and part 2. So Whisper in the Dark, part 1 and part 2. So Whisper in the Dark. Jonathan Gorman and Cassandra Schumer lead an ensemble cast in this horrifying and mysterious thriller from director James Ian Mayer of Moonlight Films. Almost sounds like Moonstone Films.
Moonlight Films.
Yeah, they did, yeah. When a slew, not just a couple murders, when a slew of murders begins to take place in the sleepy town of why do they always say sleepy town? Like, what does that even mean, sleepy town? Anyway, sleepy town of Coldwater.
Maybe it's
Coldwater.
happening at night. What?
Coldwater.
Moonlight and Coldwater.
Oh
What's
my
going on,
goodness!
man?
Here, so Coldwater. We're right near Coldwater. Detective Michael Rivers Gorman receives the order to investigate. As the body count continues to rise, Rivers discovers the true origin of the killer. With the help of partner Nick Fisher, Doug Wasnage, and must race against the clock. Wasnage.
Is that like a sausage?
Possibly. And must race against the clock
With
to stop
wasabi
him
on it?
before he reaches his final
Wasnage.
victim. Maybe. His final victim, a babysitter named Rebecca, Tara Bixler, who is looking after Rivers' younger daughter. In this exciting sequel to 2015's online hit, and then the second one, they did a sequel, because 2015, the other one was a hit. Detective Nick Fisher, Doug Wasnage, enlists the help of senior detective John Donovan, C.A. McGregor, to hunt down the famed engineer killer.
Is this one in Coldwater too?
It doesn't say. It's a very small synopsis on
It's
the
a
second
small
one.
town too, right?
They're like, oh,
Coldwater?
we're already a hit. They know about us. Let's just get a couple lines. They'll know what we're doing.
You know that guy Dick in Coldwater? I think his last name Shrivels. Dick Shrivels in Coldwater.
Yeah, that guy. We met a few times. Mostly at parties. Now it's your turn.
Hey, you know.
Oh, do I know?
You know my penis was in the Book of World Records.
Oh, was it now?
Yeah. Then the librarian told me to take it out.
Douglas, you're gonna get it soon.
All right, so
Today's episode rated R.
Thriller. Where am I? Oh, this movie's called Escape 2120.
Oh my goodness! Like that's the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A detached orphan team escapes to the future in suspended animation. But when he arrives at a natural utopia, he must evade a lynch mob convinced that he's the prophesied devil's child.
The devil's child. That's it.
Gotta watch it.
You gotta watch it.
Where do you watch it on?
Blockbustervid.com.
VID. Like,
VID.
not like COVID. What kinda?
Just a coincidence, folks.
Well, we did come up with it during COVID.
We did, in fact. I'm going to go back to action, because I'm an action guy. And another Tim Scanlon film called The Challenge.
You must know this guy.
I must know this guy. He's my fave. Patrick Riley, a midlife street fighter and former Golden Gloves champ, is approached by a boxing trainer who asks him to come back to the gym and train for the pro boxing circuit. Riley considers the chance to make a comeback. At home, Riley's girl, Tammy, finds that she is in love with a time bomb who can only function by winning. Once at the gym, he runs into Ray Rinaldi's grandson, a pro boxer, and they clash after Riley sees his manager promoting a situation between the two fighters. But when tempers flare, because they often do that, and challenges, oh, there's the name of the movie, challenges arise, are made, Riley resorts to what is he knows best, finding his opponent's weakness, the challenge. So that's cool. So watch that on blockbustervid.com.
I haven't seen that one, but that kind of sounded cool. I wonder if
Yeah,
it'll
buddy,
have, like,
go
your
check
kind
it
of
out.
voice
And just a little thing there. Ray Rinaldi is his real name in real life. He's actually, he's passed now, I believe, but he was actually a legendary boxing trainer.
Yeah, I know that name, actually.
Yeah, so there's that.
So, Ray. Unbranded. It's in the outdoors section, but it's kind of a documentary. It's really cool, actually. It's about these 16 Mustangs, 4 men and 1 dream to ride border to border, Mexico to Canada, up the spine of the American West. Basically, it's these fresh out of college guys that want to take wild Mustangs up with their trusted mounts, and they set on an adventure of a lifetime. Their wildness of spirit in both man and horse is quickly dwarfed by the wilderness they must navigate. 3,000-mile gauntlet that is equally indescribable and unforgiving. It's pretty cool, them with the horses and losing the horses and getting into cactus and all the different types of terrains and everything that, you know, and ecosystems and everything they go through from Mexico all the way up to pretty much Canada. It's pretty cool. It's a good little documentary.
With the popularity of things like Yellowstone, 1893, like these cowboy movies, people need something in between, because if they have to wait for the next season, they need something in between to keep them happy. This could be one of those things.
Oh, there you go. So it's a watched this about a year or two ago, and it's still very good and relevant and fresh.
Nice.
Yes.
Finally, for me,
I'll get in
Yay,
close.
we're at the end. We're coming to the end.
I'll
if
get
there's
it.
anybody left out there.
If there's anybody left, I'll get in close and intimate. I have a question for you, listeners. Are there any fans of Lord of the Rings? It's for sale, by the way. New Line Cinema is selling the rights to the Lord of the Rings franchise. Just an FYI. Billions. Something to invest in. Anyways, this is called The Horn of
we need a
Gondor.
couple more sign-ups on Blockbuster Vid first.
A couple. So that's your job, folks. If you want us to own the rights to the New Line Cinemas,
we'll put you in the
Lord of the
credits.
Rings, we'll put you in the credits. No.
Okay, go.
So, Horn of Gondor. Independent. After the invasion of the fierce hordes of Balcloth, Gondor is on the brink of destruction. The ruling steward, Sirion, places his hope to the north. Didn't Gandalf look to the north? Anyways, to the half-forgotten nation of the Horse Lords, the Lord of Horses. Will the knight Bon Borandir succeed and convey Sirion's message? Horn of Gondor, fan-made film was made in the Czech Republic and depicts a lesser-known character from the Tolkien's world, set 500 years before the story of Lord of the Rings, just like this new series out on Prime.
There's a Lord of the Rings series out on Prime. Is it out now?
It's coming. No, it's coming.
Yeah, well, Blockbuster Vid's better than Prime anyway.
Yeah,
It's cheaper
absolutely.
too.
Absolutely. So that's our show, folks.
And that is our 2 cents.
You never asked for.
Pull my finger.
Whoop.
Yabba dabba dee dabba dooba dee dabba dee doodle dabba dabba dooba doo.
Ha 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 ha!